You're listening to Melody Roots Podcast Radio.
You see that cottonwood tree at the end of that dirt road? After 23 miles, it always told me I was home. It's a beacon, a lighthouse on the prairie, standing on guard, always watching faithfully. Its roots run deep. Just the wind and the earth are the company it keeps. Its roots run deep. A lesson I'll always take with me. Daddy said Granddad tried to kill it so many times. He broke the sickle on the moor, so he took it as a sign. He let it grow and grow until it got so high. It drew a mighty lightning bolt straight out of the sky. But its roots run deep. Just the wind and the earth are the company it keeps. Its roots run deep. A lesson I'll always take with me. And when that tree was split into no control of things it can't undo, it grew. Its roots run deep. Just the wind and the earth are the company it keeps. Its roots run deep. A lesson I'll always take with me. You see that cottonwood tree at the end of that dirt road? After 23 miles, it always told me I was home.
How much time does it take to forget? Is this a new start or is it the end? Can I sleep for a month and come back to my senses? Heart patched up like your grandmother's quilt, spilling blood that's already been spilled, like the leakiest boat that ever got built. Don't hang on, just let go. Letting go. Letting go.
No, that's it.
all the things that you wished you don't know. Send them back to the places you don't want to go. Don't ask a question until you're willing to learn. Willing to learn. Breathe in slow. Breathe in. Breathe in slow. Breathe in deep. All the things that you wished you could keep. Can you put them to sleep? Don't hang on. Just let go. Letting go. Letting go. Letting go. Letting go.
I bottled up my poetry, pawned that ring you gave to me. Got too tired of the same old song. On dirty river, come take me. Where we're going, I can't see. Once again, I'll fall into your fold. 'Cause a thirsty man will walk all the way to the sea. That cool, dirty river's holy water for me. I can't sink and I can't swim. Catfish feeding's back again. Oh, dirty river, clean my soul. And if you don't ask, I won't tell. I won't risk me catching hell, just so you can bend me to your will. I would like to remind you of a man you once loved, tried and true, and all the holes he left I can't fill. Oh, 'cause a diamond in the rough I am not. I'm more like that big old bottom feeder that you caught. I can't sink and I can't swim. Catfish feeding's back again. Oh, dirty river, clean my soul. help himself. It's kinda like that thirsty horse, you can lead him straight to the source, but if you're stubborn as a mule, it don't help. Oh, so don't work too hard when it's hot outside. That cool, dirty river's all you got sometimes. I can't sink and I can't swim, catfish feeding's back again. Oh, dirty river, clean my soul. No diamond in the rough, I am not. I'm more like that big old bottom feeder that you caught. I can't sink and I can't swim, catfish feeding's back again. Oh, dirty river, clean my soul. Oh, dirty river, clean my soul.
Everyone has a voice. Do the power of your words give meaning to your life and to the lives around you? Forgive yourself. Turn your reflection around. Understand what you're saying and understand what is being said. If you're not standing for those that cannot stand, then who will lend you a hand? We are all in this together. If what's being said is not good for all, it is not good at all. Does your voice give life, a meaning, or does it take it away? Everyone has a voice. Make it count for all.
Hi, my name is Tyler Kalinowski, and I support and listen to Melody Roots Podcast Radio with Livia.
welcome to Melody Roots Podcast Radio. I'm Livia, and today we're going to take a look at Tyler Kalinowski. He's a young man from Nebraska, and he's loved music ever since he could remember, and he isn't even in high school yet. But before we get started, make sure you grab your PC, your Mac, or your smartphone, and we'll be right back. Tyler Kalinowski, a young man from Nebraska, says he's loved music ever since he could remember, and he isn't even in high school yet. He's learned a number of instruments from percussion and strings to singing and piano, and he loves them all. He says music will always be a part of him, even if he doesn't pursue it as a career. He would love to be a choir or a band director, and his dream college is Juilliard. Here is Tyler Kalinowski. Thanks for listening to Melody Roots Podcast Radio. My name is Livia. Here at Melody Roots, we're coming from the thought, the beginning, to the pursuit and the chase of a dream. Once a thought is spoken, sung, or sketched on paper, you can bring it to life. Here at Melody Roots, we want to do just that. Just by supporting your local artists and musicians, you are helping bring art and music to life.
Live your life. Never been brave enough to hold your hand, but I have written your name in the sand. Maybe it's because I am so afraid to take a friendship just like ours and throw it all away. But there could be you, there could be me, there could be a risk worth taking. Maybe the world's greatest love story in the making. How about you? How about me? How about we stop wondering and answer the question once and for all? We won't know unless we take the fall. First to make a move. I couldn't forgive myself if I pushed you to make a choice, but then again I think we know we are overthinking this when we should just let go. there could be a risk worth taking. Maybe the world's greatest love story in the making. How about you? How about me? How about we stop wondering and answer the question once and for all? We won't know unless we take the
I've got no time for trash like you. Sure don't need you telling me what to do. My patience wearing thin, I need some oxygen. Don't want to share it with you. I'm sick and tired of what you say. We all wish that you'd just go away. There's room in Borneo, Moscow or Tokyo. Please make your ticket one way. Don't talk down to me. If you can't be polite, then you can leave. I got no time for your incivility. Don't talk down to me. You're just a bully in a three-piece suit. You got no class, you got no cool. You got no sense of decency. You make the Grinch look like Mahatma Gandhi. Devil, but he's got more time than you, and everybody's time runs out. How many times did you compromise the truth? How many lies can you tell? I think it's time for you to leave. Now I won't stand in your way. Crawl back underneath that rock you crawled from under. No need to stall or delay. Don't talk down to me. If you can't be polite, then you can leave. I got no time for your incivility. Don't talk down to me. Don't talk down to me.
I rest heavy every night ever since you came into my life. I was so lost
You're listening to Melody Roots Podcast Radio.
Welcome to Melody Roots Podcast Radio. I'm Livia, and today we're highlighting a Charlie White Wolf. She's an upcoming young artist from Red Scaffold, South Dakota. But before we get started, make sure you grab your PC, your Mac, or your smartphone, and we'll be right back. Welcome back, everyone. My name is Livia. Once again, we're here with Charlie White Wolf. She's a young, upcoming artist from Red Scaffold, South Dakota. She grew up with artists in her family, most of them male role models. She would watch most of her family draw their life stories, finding each artist was their own and each had their own way to look at life. So when Charlie decided to make her own art, it wasn't hard for her. She knew she was born to be an artist. And help me welcome Charlie White Wolf. Thank you so much, Charlie, for being with us today. You said you have a lot of male role models in your life. Is that important to you?
Well, I'm going to get a little personal for a second, but my father left the family when I was like 6. I was only looking for a male role model. Every male in my family stepped in to help my mom raise me. The unique thing about it is that they occupied me by teaching me art or music, which really helps. So that's why I think it's important to have someone there for you, whether it be female or male, or one or two people, because they'll teach you anything to keep you from being sad or whatever the situation is.
Art really tells a story in your family. Most of your family are either artists or singers, is that correct?
The females in my family are the singers and the males are the artists. Some hold both talents. The person who influences me the most would be my brother Cole. He was the main one who taught me things like art and music. He made it to where only I could understand and break it down into terms, like whether it be like a simple word where it could just click into my head, then it would just stay. So that's why I look to him for advice when it comes to art, music, or anything in life.
It's not hard to see that you love art from all of the drawings that I've seen. One of my favorites of yours is the eagle eye. Do you have a favorite?
The one that I'm most proud of is the sunflower one that I'm working on. I got started on it because my friend Wyatt gave me the idea. He was a good friend of mine, but sadly he passed away 2 months ago. But I'm still looking forward to finishing it, so look forward to that on my page soon enough.
Charlie, I'm so sorry about your friend Wyatt, but I'm glad that he had some time to share his talents with you and pass them on to you. Where do you think you are with your art today, and where do you see yourself in the future?
Where I am in my art work now from where I started, it has progressed over time. The only media that I have not mastered yet is painting, and I hope to do so in the future.
Thank you, Charlie, for sharing your time and your talent with us today. Never give up your passion. And if listeners want to see more of your artwork, where can they go?
They can see more of my artwork on my Facebook page, Charlie's Art. Yes, I have not posted in a while, but only because I'm working on some new projects. So if you could, please have patience with me. Also, I'd appreciate it if you would like my page as well. That way I know I'll have a bigger audience to share my artwork with. And if you have any questions, please contact my page and I'll be more than happy to provide you with the answers. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Charlie, so much for being on here with us at Melody Roots Podcast Radio. And if anyone would like to look at Charlie's art, make sure you go to her Facebook page at Charlie's Art. And thanks for listening.
Live your life.
Coming up next, we've got a South Dakota girl, Janice Gilbert, and the song is called I Love It When You Do That.
I like Sunday mornings, coffee on the porch swing, watching you smile as you read the paper. I like a long drive to where you first tried, using that old out-of-gas story. I like that, yeah, I like that. But I love it when I catch you looking at me as if I am all that you can see. I love it when you're kissing me and we have to stop to breathe. Then there's that secret thing you do, you know it makes me come unglued. Yeah, I love it when you do that. I love it when you do that. I like walking on a warm night, waiting on the moonlight. Let our eyes just do the talking. Like a blanket spread out on the bank, yeah, till the sun peeks over the lake. Now I like that, yeah, I like that. But I love it when I catch you looking at me as if I am all that you can see. I love it when you're kissing me and we have to stop to breathe. Then there's that secret thing you do, you know it makes me come unglued. Yeah, I love it when you do that. I love it when you do that. as if I am all that you can see. I love it when you're kissing me and we have to stop to breathe. Then there's that secret thing you do. You know it makes me come unglued. Yeah, I love it when you do that. I love it when you do that. When you do that.
We've got a back-to-back by Janice Gilbert. This one's called She Can Haul.
Sitting in old John Deere's, her earliest memory, helping Dad load hay and grain to feed the cows, driving a black Mack truck by the time she turned 16, taking corn and beans and sunflower seeds all the way to town. She loves it when she hears that gritty sound, gets a thrill when she lays that hammer down. She revs that diesel engine, she never grinds the gears. She drives that big rig down the road like she's done it for years. That tractor trailer might make her look small, but she's no Barbie doll. She can haul. She can haul. A rumor has it Jerry Johnson told her to get back in the kitchen. Said a little girl should know her place, especially on the farm. But one day his old Ford broke down, he was on a CB bitchin'. When she pulled up with that Jake brake on, he almost had a change of heart. He swore that bulldog on her hood had a smirk when she rolled on by and left him in the dirt. She revved that diesel engine, she never ground the gears. She drove that big rig down the road like she'd done it for years. She may be just a girl, but she's no Barbie doll. She can haul. She can haul. She'd rather drive a Peterbilt than a minivan. You tell her that she can't, well, she's gonna prove she can. She'll rev that diesel engine and she'll never grind the gears. She'll drive that big rig down the road like she'd done it for years. That tractor trailer might make her look small, but she's no Barbie doll. She can haul. She can haul. Y'all, she can haul.
To check out more of Janice Gilbert's music, make sure you check out reverbnation.com/Janice Gilbert, or just check us out on Facebook or YouTube at Melody Roots Podcast Radio. Coming up next, we've got a local musician, Chad Elliott.
Do this once, just entertain me. Just close your eyes and imagine the sea opened up so you can see the sky. It's gorgeous out tonight, but it's slipping by. We're like the shining star, the shining star, the shining stars burn deep in the night. Once in a while you wanna run away from all the rules you swore you'd never obey. It's an open field and I'm out to the highway. As the crow flies, it's not very far away. To the shining stars, the shining stars, the shining stars burn deep in the night. Say a prayer and try to think of me as I've gone away to chase down this crazy dream. I'll think of you every time I sing a song. I'll think of you as I'm lying on my back looking on the shining stars, the shining stars, the shining stars burn deep in the night. The shining star, the shining star, the shining stars burn deep in the night.
Welcome to Melody Roots Podcast Radio. I'm Livia. Today we have a singer-songwriter to sing you some soul and blues. Originally from Iowa, he has just released his 22nd album called Rest Heavy. So make sure you grab your PC, your Mac, or your smartphone, and we will be right back.
Live your life. First of all, I just want to say welcome, Chad, to Melody Roots, and it sounds like you are doing so well for yourself. In August of 2018, you have just recorded and released your 22nd album, and that's called Rest Heavy. What did you do with this album that's so different from all of the others that you've recorded?
Thank you for having me. The Rest Heavy album, we approached it a little differently than normal because we were going into Sun Studio in Memphis, and that studio's meant for live recording, and usually with a band in a studio, you kind of do separate tracks. You try and separate and isolate each instrument separately, but this was more of a live vibe, so we wanted to capture that room sound that Elvis and Johnny Cash and all those greats captured. And I think Pless Hampton, the sound engineer, really captured that for us. And you can feel the energy and the excitement in the room, I think, in the recordings. So that's how we've approached that album a little differently than my past albums.
Chad, you've shared the stage with a number of accomplished singers and writers. Is there one that stands out the most?
Yes, throughout the years, I've kind of had the privilege and honor to be able to share the stage or open for some big artists. I think the largest audience I've ever played for was opening for Eric Church in my hometown of Guthrie Center, Iowa. There was like 20,000 people there, and that one really stood out as far as the crowd size and just the hype and the energy. But I think the one of the artists that really stands out, I would say, would be Odetta. She's this folk icon and influenced great artists like Bob Dylan and just all these. She was a great folk singer, but soul singer as well. And I just think, her energy was almost like you, just another otherworldly is what I would describe it. She was so kind and so nice, and we sat backstage a little bit before the show, and I only sang a short set, but it was at the Kent State Folk Festival, and she was so sweet and so kind, and I was really moved by that. And then she went out there and just rocked the stage. So that one stands out in my mind.
You mentioned you have your own studio at home. When it comes to recording, do you prefer your home studio, or is there any other places you record? Well, what is the differences between the home and away from home?
That's a great question. Yeah, I have a home studio, and I've done lots of self-produced albums. I've probably produced, a good dozen albums by myself. But there's something creative about that. I love having my own space and my own time, and I can kind of work on things, and it's like tinkering, in a woodshed or something. But I can explore more creative things without anybody looking over my shoulder. I do love that process. But then there's nothing like going into a studio that's set up with all the bells and whistles. I recorded in Nashville, as well as the new album that was recorded at Sun Studio. And I've recorded with friends in their studios. And there's something about having a producer, having somebody that's kind of at the helm that will take you in a new direction. And I love that process too. So I can't really say I prefer one over the other. They're just different ways to approach the songs. And so sometimes I'll take older songs that I produced years ago, and I'll say, what can I do with a new, vision, somebody else's input, and also different players. And so I like that element to it as well. So it's a fun process. I love recording music.
And where are the roots from your music? Where do they begin? Were you a vocalist? Were you a guitar player? Were you both? Was your family involved in music? Where did that start for you to get where you are today? And what advice do you have to give for beginning artists that are aspiring their music journey?
Yeah, I grew up, with no one in particular playing any instruments, but my mom was a huge encourager of the arts in our family, and she got us into violin lessons early on as kids. We moved to a different town that didn't have that program, but I was always singing, and I was in theater. And my grandfather was a professor of history, but he also was in the university's theater programming and stuff. He was always acting and singing. He had a great tenor voice, so I kind of looked up to that. I would say that just that exploration, and I'm a huge fan of songwriters. My mom taught writing, and she always encouraged me to write, and so the writing element was always there in the music. So I was really taken by Bob Dylan and James Taylor and people that were into the lyrics just as much as the melody. And I think that was where I really began my career. Was when I was in college and I picked up a guitar. I finally found a way to put my poetry into music. And I would say that if anybody's out there trying to start out, it's really is trying to find your own voice is the key, and you can find that in many arts. You can carry it over from your art or writing poetry into music, and it's coming from the same source in my mind. I feel like it's all the same thing. I'm just reshaping it in different ways. And I would say being authentic is the key to being a good writer and a good songwriter, and finding your own voice. There's so much music being made right now, but everyone's trying to sound like certain people. And I'd say there's something key to the voices that we hear out there that really stand out there because they're being authentic. And so that's a hard path to go down, but it's in the end, it's much more rewarding to know yourself and know what your music is yours. And it can be influenced by many different styles, but to know that you're kind of making your own waves is a key to being an independent artist.
Once again, everyone, Chad Elliott, thank you so much for being here with us today. He released his 22nd album in August of 2018. It is called Rest Heavy. Make sure you guys check that out. Chad, where can they actually listen or buy your album?
Thank you. Thanks for sharing my music to all your listeners. My links basically are all right there on my website, which is chadelliott.net. That's .net because the .com was already taken. So you can get all those links. I've got Pandora and Spotify and Apple Music and all of those things right there on the website. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Chad, once again. Everyone, this is Chad Elliott, singer-songwriter from Iowa. We're going to take a listen to his music right now. Here it is, the title track to his newest album, Rest Heavy.
I rest heavy every night ever since you came into my life. I was so lost before that day. Now with you I know the way.
That was Chad Elliott with this title track to his new album, Rest Heavy. And if you want to check out more of Chad Elliott's music, make sure you check him out at chadelliott.net.
You're listening to Melody Roots Podcast Radio.
Live your life.